Earthquakes, droughts, wildfires, epidemics, floods. We can't prevent natural hazards, but if we are unprepared, they can turn into disasters right before our eyes. A poor family, a hazard-prone area, lack of early warning systems. This is a recipe for disaster. Coupled with unplanned settlement, economic crisis, violent conflict, or climate change's exacerbating effects. And this family's vulnerability can increase. A vulnerable and unprepared population leads to greater disaster impact, and hard-earned progress and development is washed away. In the past 15 years, 3 billion people were affected by natural hazards worldwide. Children make up as much as 60% of those impacted. When children's homes are damaged, their education interrupted, their families torn apart, the risk of psychological trauma, injury, malnutrition, and disease skyrocket. They can fall victim to abuse, exploitation, and trafficking. While natural hazards may be unavoidable, we can prevent disasters by focusing on at-risk communities with the goal of strengthening their resilience. 2015 witnessed the pivotal Sendai Agreement that set guidelines for governments and communities to reduce and prevent disaster risk. It has since informed the Sustainable Development Goals, the Paris Climate Agreement, and the World Humanitarian Summit. Disaster risk reduction, or DRR, is now a priority, especially in the context of climate change. UNICEF has committed itself to supporting and implementing these efforts, especially for the most vulnerable children, by acknowledging their particular vulnerabilities and making sure their voices are heard, and taking a more nuanced approach to assessing risk by breaking down data into categories of age, sex, and disability. By continuing to invest in preparedness, working toward ending child hunger and malnutrition, and providing life-saving health treatments, by supporting safe schools and teaching DRR and CCA, climate change adaptation, and preparing and protecting children and their families during a disaster and in its aftermath. UNICEF's aim is to strengthen social services that reduce disaster risk and are accessible to all. This is what we call resilient development, so that the next time there is a hazard, there is a plan in place. Here, 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 and all around the world. Because a natural hazard doesn't have to become a disaster.